I'm Seth Norris with the Real Estate Firm, and today's lesson is first-time home buyer beware. You've heard it before, get into this home with no money down. Technically true with a USDA loan or some other type of loan product, that is technically the case, but you're still going to have some money saved up. Now if you're sitting here listening to this with $17 in your bank account, you might not be ready to buy a house. Just because it's cheaper than rent doesn't mean you can't afford it. If the HVAC screws up, that's on you. If the toilet gets clogged up because you've been eating too much Applebee's, that's on you. So go listen to Dave Ramsey, turn that $17 into $34 in 10 years, and then you might be ready to buy a house. But back to the task at hand. You will be required to pay for an appraisal. You will be suggested to put down earnest money, to have a home inspection, and to have a termite inspection. First and most importantly, you are required to pay for an appraisal. That's usually going to run around $550. That's what I paid for mine. It could be different for you. Ask your lender. But that's important. The bank's lending you money on an asset. They want to lend money on something that's worth that amount of money. They're not going to lend on that condo with the useless HOA that you're overpaying for by $20,000. So they're also protecting you from taking out too much money. Next up, earnest money. It's just suggested. It's a good faith deposit, usually $500-ish. But it could be $10, it could be $10,000. In a competitive market, it's not a bad idea to say, hey, I want to buy this hunk of junk. Here's $500. Next up, home inspection. Usually $300, $400. Ask the home inspector, depends on the size of the house, blah, 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 blah. I don't care if it's your mama, your preacher, your babysitter from growing up. Don't trust anybody, get that home checked out. You don't want to buy a house that's going to blow up when you turn on the light switch or has a foundation that's more cracked than Humpty Dumpty. Lastly, termite inspection, usually about $50 to $75. Pretty straightforward, you don't want termites eating your wood. Would have been some great advice for Charlie Sheen. So that's it, have some money saved up for an appraisal, earnest money, home inspection, termite inspection. Sure, there may be a few things I'm missing, so I'll throw up the prices at the end of the video. And once again, these are not exact, it's a rough estimate. Always double check me. I am 26 years old, I live in a 2-bedroom house, and I once sharded myself in an ass scene on TV. So I ain't the richest, and I ain't the smartest, but I still think this was some pretty good advice.